try 5 pages today. It's cold and it's getting colder. John's not here and things are getting worse now every day. This is Saturday, 26 February 2022. Couldn't manage to create a description for my channel after trying for several hours. Here's what I was able to manage to in case it proves useful later. Welcome to a series of exploration, relaxation, and earnest struggle. Former soccer player, oil field hand, Air Force brat, and sociologist, Don't Panic, Doug Murphy, author of such book titles as Huge New Forces, Technology and Innovation, Political Attitude, Climate Crisis, Overpopulation, Biogenetic, Human Condition and Creativity, Unwelcome Attention, Civil Protest, Culture War, Civil War, Disengagement, Relocation, Finding Another Planet. These are the home innovations I've developed these last 10 years that no one wanted to scale up and make money with, so I'm sharing it out to everybody now. My contribution to society, energy and land management, low tech, green tech, mech tech, chem. Fourth one. Would it work? Questions about progress, the food replicator, the miniature matter maker, and the flying car. Horcrux Penelopon, pontificator of tigers, the ignorant superior, humble wealth, acceptance, privilege, humility, hypocrisy, human capacity rather than simply information, tech, or even education, finding value in learning, virtue, and human knowledge, being nearly expert in many, special in none. A book of poetry, not for the faint of heart, a thoroughly joyful journey through multiple moments of mild insanity while in pursuit of the grace creativity provides. A general treatise on liberalism, identity, and the meaning of social justice, and profound appreciation for the unprofound. And actual author of 180 Jobs, What's Wrong with Me? And these are the home innovations I've developed these last 10 years that no one wanted. Welcomes you to a weekly series of exploration, relaxation, and the kicking of rocks, inviting you to share your reactions and thoughts as excerpts are read from a collection of original work, essays and writings of Quinn Ellery, 2011 to 2020, or optimistic and absurd conversations and commentary of an American decade, in a weekly series called Talking to Myself. This is just... Public readings and performances center around entertainment culture, political poetry and commentary, the American psyche, socioeconomics and mental health, discovery and exploration, motivational speeches and monologues, satire, and innovative thinking. You know, the fun stuff. Join me at the beginning of the end of a lovely journey. Let this be the legacy. Tack on phrase welcomes you to the airwaves where you can relax and share. So I write a little note about this. And you know, I'm just going to go right back after I save this to try yet again. I'm such a dumbass. At least the premise for this was ridiculously fun. Placing all those book titles one after another so they sounded right when people read them. Wonder if they'd be overlooked less and people could hear their character better if I didn't do that and just left them all jumbled. Second attempt didn't go a whole lot better, but thought I'd keep it around 2. It had merit and seemed to be coming along, but these teeth began aching and I needed to stop. Maybe pith and tone will happen another day. Here's what was developed so far. Welcome to my channel. I'm Don't Panic, Doug Murphy, and I'm glad you're here. Now, I have a chance to return the favor with the entertainment of learning how to create a YouTube channel. Thought I'd read and perform a couple books I've written. See if it turns into folks buying them. What else are we going to do but enjoy ourselves as we cope with the world in our changing lives? This channel's a place where we can relax and enjoy one another's company. Watch, hear, or read books I've written as I learn how to perform a few of them for your pleasure, giving you a taste of what it was like to create them. If you like what I'm doing, you can buy the book, $5 a pop, at my website or on Patreon, and get another one free of charge just for taking the time. There's something uncomplicated in enjoying the doing. Don't Panic's Talking to Myself series explores the state of things within our attitudes and psyche. And here's a redundant. Join me at the beginning of the end of my journey as I perform excerpts from my books in a Talking to Myself series on an eclectic number of topics ranging from our culture, our politics, physics, our entertainment, religions, and ourselves. From a college-educated loon who's still figuring out how to get his material in people's hands. Earning a sociology degree nearly a decade ago, Don't Panic dives into the socio-economic, the psychological, the fictional, and political, the philosophical and comedic, the tragic and the absurd, with a common knowledge perspective and moderate leaning, speaking for the unspeaking middle, the cats and dogs who've tuned out and turned away, finding grander things to do with their lives. Former Air Force brat, soccer player, truck driver, and taxi driver, ... Analyzing this one, I say, a redundancy too much and way too long. Got to get it under 1,000 characters, but can't figure if pith is better than having multiple things that might interest people. Being clear about the channel's focus. Like just professional driver, maybe commercial driver, dunno. Both are accurate, but then again aren't, implying certain other things. Professional transport? In keeping with the rest, that'd be professional transporter. That's not going to work. It's getting ridiculous. In keeping with tonight's theme, the next night on Monday, 28 February 2022, sacrifice. Question, or rather dilemma, capital D : set a Q : you need to have other artists you're promoting or supporting in your description, people you're helping to bring up as you're growing and finding success. Answer, but I don't know anyone. Couldn't I build that following with the work? Am I not allowed to build one if I don't have first the other? Why not take the other approach and have them come to me, that I can choose whom to promote, whom I'd like to support, instead of the scattershot approach that has me supporting people I don't know and wouldn't want to? I'd like to earn a following, just not present one. Wait, let's do that one again. I'd like to earn a following, not just present one. When I'm more successful and following me makes sense, and having a wider audience to help others in their endeavors, that's a good idea. But I see what you mean. The building of that support network is the key to building and achieving success. Its lack hampers its possibility. Alt title: who's to make the sacrifice, the individual or those who want to read them? Everyone, including those who don't? Shite, there's your question. Hey, look at that, a new emoji. Q with a happy face, right? The period, the button on their shirt is a happy camper with a thought in their head. This placement of punctuation outside quotations is driving me crazy. The protection of a logo or brand's integrity, like we're dumb and can't separate the two, like the punctuation is part of the citation. Makes for pretty pictures, though. Capital Q, colon, space, parentheses. End it with that emoji I saw. Brainy fuck, isn't he? All happy in his knowledge and arrogance, secure in his enlightenment and interpretation of the world. Confident motherfucker. This cannot be allowed to infect our children. Same night. The evening sleeping choice landed somewhere fun upon waking. A critique of Star Wars The Force Awakens, Part 3. Mahler's famous series from summer 2020. Favorite line about Rey's ability, Hour 2, 1433. Most people just say they don't like her because she's too strong, but I don't know. Doesn't bother me. This is Marcus, right? The Cosmonaut Variety Hour. They continue. I personally don't really mind seeing a character who is good at things in Star Wars. All the other main characters in Star Wars are really good at stuff. Couldn't agree more. Oh, end quote. So I replied after, couldn't agree more. All our decades of navel-gazing, deconstruction of the hero and the anti-hero, of character and motivation, then the resultant nitpicking and critique has created within us a despondency and incapability to enjoy films on their own merits, to be overly critical, negative, alienated from everything on offer, incapable of enjoying something, because it's not speaking directly to us, or the sensibilities of our inner child, when often it does. The off-putting tone and narrow-mindedness making invisible things we'd enjoy. Getting too deep, moving away from the topic, from both Mahler's theme and premise, and the point I actually wanted to make. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. I often enjoy a character that doesn't need to grow or develop, doesn't need the deconstruction, or need to learn something new or overcome their flaws, that just does what they do and we're along for the ride. Maybe that's shallow, but there are plenty of examples from all those westerns we like to watch, to Gladiator, Batman, The Outlaw Josie Wales, The Kids in the Goonies, anything Chuck Norris or Von Damme or Charles Bronson. People just confident in what they do, feeling their way along, not questioning themselves or explaining why they are who they are. There's something uncomplicated in that, in enjoying the doing. I'm still enjoying your work after all this time. It's perspective and analysis on the state of things within our attitudes and psyche. Thanks for the privilege, and anyone else who's found this. There are like 22,000 comments. No one's going to read it. Morning writing exercise out of the way, on to reading. The doing. There's something there. Something to do with the sound it makes, scrunched down to a single syllable. Listen. Doing. Right. Let's see if that's under 15.